To all my loyal viewers, supporters, the ones that we are watching now say nothing, no worry, still as soon. Love on the same way. To all my new subscribers, my potential subscribers, what are you waiting for? Click that notification bell. Up, the kitchen will get started and we have some nice things are going on in there. And for all of the people them way,
love them belly.
yeah man, the show will start. Good day everyone, good day and welcome once again to another episode in my kitchen. Yeah man, it's a beautiful Saturday morning, indeed. The sun is shining lovely, the birds are chirping outside. Today I will be giving you this special edition Jamaican Saltfish Fritters with a difference. Now on my counter I have 4 pieces of saltfish. It's not cooked, it's not soaked, but I'll be running you through the process of what I'll be doing just to prepare my saltfish, and I'm not doing it the normal way, right? As you can see, I have my seasonings over here to include my thyme leaves, escallion stalks, 2 cloves of chopped garlic, and a pepper. And this is 1 teaspoon of jerk seasoning. Now I'll be adding all of this to 5 cups of water, then on the stove top for 10 minutes. The reason why I'm doing this is to get all these flavors infused in my saltfish so that when I bite into my saltfish fritters, I not only taste the flavors or all the seasonings from the fritters, but the seasonings from the saltfish that will be boiling into it. So I'm gonna get right into it. As I had mentioned before, I've added all these seasonings to about 5 cups of water, and I'm gonna allow this to sit on the stove top and cook for 10 to 15 minutes, or boil rather. I just want to get all these seasonings infused into my saltfish, and then I'm gonna debone it to be added to my fritters mix. So stay tuned. After about 8 minutes boiling, this is what it looks like, not to mention the smell. You know, I have to big up all of the viewers them we are watch, the ones that when I say nothing, yeah man, I love when you see them. Yeah, big up Soupy, work, yeah man, him requested saltfish fritters. I said alright, I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna put a twist to it. I'm not gonna just do it the normal way. I put a difference to it, because I love the things and add differences to it, you know. I don't like when my thing normal, my thing have to stand out. Alright, so big up my supervisor at work. Yeah man, I hope you watch this video right now. So with 8 minutes gone, 2 minutes to go, the saltfish is looking so good. Yeah, close back the lid. Make it boil for a further 2 minutes and then turn it off. My saltfish has been deboned and shredded, and trust me, flavor from this saltfish is second to none. I can't even tell you how sweet it will be when it is added to the fritters. And in these containers, I have minced all these seasonings to be added to the saltfish, and I will explain them as I go along. So in this one, I have half of a purple onion and some chopped escallion, which I'll be adding to the saltfish. And when I do it this way, it infuses all the flavors the right way. And in this container, I have half of a chopped pepper and piece of bell pepper. Doing it this way evenly distributes all the seasonings in the batter. This container I have half of a tomato. Just gonna stir it around. Combine everything. I'm gonna set this aside and work on the dry ingredients. In this big container I have 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/4 cup of refined cornmeal, and in this small container I have just about a teaspoon of paprika, a toots of salt, and about a teaspoon of dry thyme leaf. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the cornmeal. Yes, so the purpose of the cornmeal is to give my fritters that crisp bite that I want, and also to enhance the golden color of the fritters. I'm gonna go in with all these, and the purpose of the salt, because you might be wondering, I've used saltfish. Yes, boil up most of the salt content out of the saltfish. But the purpose of the salt in this is to just enhance the flavor in the batter. It won't be too salty, that's why we're using only a tooth, which is maybe about half a teaspoon of salt, just to enhance the flavor. It won't be too salty, but use the salt to your discretion or as to your tolerance, I would say. So I'm just combining all these ingredients together. So now I've finished combining both dry and seasoned ingredients. Now I'm gonna mix them both. So I'm gonna take my dry ingredients and add it to the saltfish. Why? It's a little trick I learned from the mistress. Yes, she taught me this and she wants me to explain it. Okay, so the reason why we're adding the dry ingredients to this is that we mix them together. Wherever in the batter you distribute it, it stays. It prevents it from sinking to the bottom. So wherever we mix it, it stays. It doesn't sink. So that's a little trick that I've learned, and you can try that when you're making this. So all the flour to the saltfish along with the rest of seasoning, and gonna mix it vigorously. No little soft mixing, you have to be rough when you're mixing it. And you can already see that most of the flour is coated with the rest of the ingredients, so it kind of gives it body. So that when you add the water now, it stays in place and prevents it from sinking. If you take a closer look at this mixture, you can see that the seasonings along with the saltfish have been doughed. That's what I call it. Yes, so you can see. So when I add the water now, they'll stay in place. They won't be sunken to the base. So when I'm gonna fry them, everything will be in place. So this is 2 cups of room temperature water, which I'm gonna add. And as I add, I'm gonna stir. I'm aiming for the thickness. I don't want it to be too watery. I'm gonna go in with more water. I'm just gonna stir this to form a batter. Mix it until it's all the water and the flour have been evenly mixed. So I'm going in with a small amount of water because it's thick, but it's just not the consistency that I'm looking for. So I've added just a small amount of water. As I say, the consistency of the batter depends on what you are aiming for. So this is what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for it too watery, I'm not looking for it too thick. I want, when it's done, it's nice and well thoroughly mixed. Do not overmix the flour, as it will activate the gluten and it will get stretchy and gummy. So I'm good. This is good enough. Now I'm gonna move. So my oil has been in my frying pan, heating for some time. Now it's about time to fry some fritters. Now you don't wanna add too much oil to the pot, depending on the pot that you're using, and you don't wanna add too little. And please be mindful that you put the flame on medium heat, as if it is too low, the fritters will absorb the oil. You can't make it too high either, as they will burn. So please be mindful of that. I'm gonna allow them to fry on each side for about 4 to 5 minutes, or until golden brown. If you take a closer look, you notice the chunks of both seasonings and saltfish all in it, like just ready for that bite. Don't worry, we're getting closer and closer to the finish line. They have been flipped, and look at the golden brown color. Looking so good and smelling so good. Right. So gonna go ahead and fry the rest, and then show you what they look like when they are done. Nice and crispy. You can see the steamer come out well hot. Look at the saltfish and that piece of bell pepper. Yeah, break it again for them. Whoa, yeah. So there we have it, all fruit and nice and ready.
That's my word.
It's a word for me.
It's my word.
Right. Thanks again for tuning into Lee's Kitchen. Please remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell for any new content we drop. Yeah man. Alright, like, share, leave your comments below. Any questions or queries. Respect.